share with you a whole new way to do your makeup, and it is with Mascara's 3D foundation. This is a whole new way to do your foundation because we don't just have one flat tone like traditional foundation where you have to go in and add all of the other stuff and you have a million products. What if you could trim all of your makeup down to a single palette or 2 palettes of makeup with doing your highlight, contour, blush, illuminator, powder, and I mean, you can always add to the collection, but you only need those 4 things and it's gonna fit into this tiny thing. I'm gonna show you guys how to apply 3D foundation and how to correctly put on highlight, contour, powder, and a few tips and tricks that I've learned along the way to best utilize mascara to work for you and your skin. So if you wanna see how to get a candlelit glow from within makeup in about 8 minutes, yeah, I said 8 minutes, then keep on watching. So this is my compact that all of the makeup comes in. All of your shades that you pick are going to be in here. So you customize this palette to whatever you want for your skin type. So color matching to your skin is super important. We have 6 different contours and 7 different highlight shades that do a combo for matching to your perfect skin type. So my perfect match right now is going to be Stone, which is my contour, and I have Aura, which is my highlight, and then your blushes and your illuminators are totally up to your personal preference. So in my palette, I have Desert Sunset. It's a really beautiful nude color, and then I have Pearl Illuminator, which is a gorgeous, just icy, pearly white highlighter for adding in some depth of just like this gorgeous shimmer to your face without it being too much. A few tips before applying your makeup: you want to make sure that your skin is really well exfoliated. Anytime that you're working with liquid or cream products, it can tend to pick up on any dry patches that you have. So having a really good moisturizer like Mascara's Milk Moisturizer at nighttime to keep your skin hydrated is super important. I have used this on dry skin and oily skin, so it works for both, so no problems there. And then the thing that you want to do in the morning is wake up and rinse your face off, make sure that it is exfoliated. And then if you do use a moisturizer, some moisturizers tend to be a little bit too much, which doesn't play well with the cream. So I like to use my Murad mattifying moisturizer. It has a little bit of SPF in it of 15, and then it stays super matte on my skin, and I normally have really oily skin. So this stuff works amazing and just kind of dries down to a matte finish, so it's not going to mess up any of our products. Then I'm gonna grab my Stay. This is a amazing makeup setting spray, and I actually spray it to prep my face. So what I do is I moisturize and then I spray this on my face and I allow it to sit for about 5 minutes for everything soaked in. Once your Stay has all dried up, now we get to move on to the fun part. So I like to do mine in a certain way. You can either do contour highlight or highlight contour. I personally like to do highlight first and then do my contour after. So I'm gonna grab my 30-second hack brush, and I'm actually gonna start out with this side, so the dome-shaped side. I'm going to go into my highlight right here. Again, my shade is Aura, and I'm going to tap this into my brush. So instead of swiping and getting crazy, you just wanna tap it into the brush. And then I'm going to apply this to my face in the under parts of my eyes, on the top bridge of my nose, around my mouth, and on the lower parts of my jawline. This is going to create a really gorgeous lit from within candlelight glow that mascara is all about. This 3D foundation is to make sure that your face has like all these beautiful dimensions to it versus just one flat foundation. If you notice, I didn't even use a primer because with this makeup, you don't want to or have to use a primer. I love that I can put this on, and even for someone like me who has big pores, it totally is minimized by the time I'm done with my whole entire face. So now that we have all of the highlight on our face, we're gonna move on to the contour. So my shade in the contour is Stone, and I love this shade because it is not too orange and it is perfect for my skin. Color matching is super important. You can get color matched either by me or your own mascara artist. So I'm gonna go in with the pointy side of the 30-second hack brush, and we're gonna start to lay in some contour work. Each person's face shape is a little bit different, so it's important to find where the contours of your face should be. Doing the kissy face is actually really important, so you can actually see the part of your skin that you should be putting this contour on. So you have your cheekbones here, which I don't really have much of cheekbones, but you have your cheekbones, and then in that little kissy face line is where you should be following your contour. Because if you put it too low, it's gonna make your face get dragged. Put it too high, it's just gonna look weird. So following that line is really important when wanting to do a seamless contour. Then I'm also gonna place this in my temple area and also onto the top of my forehead. This is gonna create a lot of great shadow and dimension to your face. If you tend to have a wider face, you're going to want to do more contour in this area. If you tend to have a longer face, you're going to want to tend to do more contour in this area because shadows make a big difference. They can either help to make your face look skinnier or longer. The last place I'm going to put contour is just on my jawline. This is just going to chisel it out and make it look more accentuated. Alright, so now that we have all of that foundation work done, all I'm going to do is go into the detailed hack brush, and I'm going to use the little pointy side, go into that contour, and I'm going to contour my nose. It's not hard, it's a lot simpler than it looks. You just want to stay on the planes of your nose to make it a little bit smaller. So if you go too wide, again, you're going to make your nose look too big. If you go too skinny, you're going to make your nose look too skinny. So making sure that you're kind of going right on that roll of your nose where it starts to roll down is really important. So we're going to take it right up the roll and then all the way up to my brow. That is going to create a nice defined contoured nose. I want to bring it down the very tip of your nose underneath to kind of give your nose a nose lift. Now that I look like a savage warrior person that does not know how to do their makeup, we're gonna go into our blush. I'm gonna again use the detailed hack brush and I'm gonna use the flat side. I'm gonna dip it into my blush. I'm using Desert Sunset because I love how beautiful this nude is. And I'm gonna apply this right to the apples of my cheeks with this blush and bring it up just a little bit. It's honestly one of the simplest things to do ever. So now what I'm gonna go do is go back to my 30-second hack brush, and all I'm gonna do is buff out this contour. So I'm going to use the soft dome shape side to start buffing everything out. I'm only gonna do the contour because it's just gonna make it a little bit softer. Now that we have all of the contour blend in, we're just going to do the rest of our face. I'm gonna grab the Perfector. This is like one of the softest beauty blenders ever. This little thing is probably one of my favorite tools to work with. I absolutely love it. So all I'm gonna do is just roll all of this into my skin. If you know, I put all of the other like highlight with the stippling motion because I don't want to swoosh it into my skin. The only time that I swoosh is when I do the actual contour blending. So what this does is it just melts everything together and blurs all of the lines to give you a really soft finish. Now everything is so seamlessly blended together, it's gorgeous. So all I'm going to do is set my face with a powder. Since I tend to be more oily, I like to set my face with a powder. If you're more dry skin, you might have to pass this because you don't need to set it because it works perfect with your skin type. Everyone is different, so it's just important to kind of consult with your mascara artist and figure out what's gonna be best for your skin. So I'm gonna go in with the vanilla setting powder. This powder is so great. It's translucent, so you're not going to put on another product over another product. I don't have my mascara powder brush yet because I haven't ordered it. I thought I did and I messed up. So I'm gonna be using something that's kind of like a copycat until I get it in the mail. The reason why you want to use this type of a brush is because you can actually put it up to your skin and push the powder into your skin. If you're oily or if you like to have a really matte finish, this is the best way to do it because it's really going to set that foundation in and keep it locked in place. And that is all of the steps of doing 3D foundation. So you have your highlight, you have your contour, you have your blush. And it is so seamless and so easy to use. I am in love with it. I'm gonna finish up my eyebrows and my lips just to make sure that I get my whole face on for you guys to see. Then to top off my whole look, I'm gonna go back into my palette and grab my illuminator. This is in the shade Pearl, and I just like to pop it onto the top of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Then all you need to do is grab a stay and give yourself a nice spritz to set everything in place. And there you have it. It is as easy as that. It takes me about 8 to 10 minutes to do my entire face of makeup, and then I just do the rest and I am out the door in about 15 minutes. And everything looks like I've taken a lot of time, used a lot of products, but I haven't. I have used this little palette right here, and this little guy right here to do my entire face, and I have been seriously loving this product. So if you are interested in getting color matched, please send me an email. I'll leave my email down here as well as in my description box. But if you have your own mascara makeup artist as well, be sure to contact them with any of your questions or if you want to get color matched again by them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!